We love highlighting great organizations here on the Mountain Morning Show. One of those great organizations is Make-A-Wish, and specifically Make-A-Wish-Utah. Today we have the Director of Development, Daniel Dudley, with us to talk about some upcoming campaigns they have for Make-A-Wish. How are you doing today, Daniel?
Doing well. Thanks so much for having us.
Always a pleasure to have you guys. You guys do great work. Obviously, people are familiar with Make-A-Wish. National Foundation supports kids all around the country, making sure that they get their wishes, right? Especially terminally ill kids. Let's talk about the campaigns that are coming up here specifically for Utah. Make-A-Wish Magic.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's kind of our Summer of Wishes campaign, and a lot of it happens in August. So we have two campaigns that are quickly approaching. One is a Parade of Homes.
Oh, great. Yep.
This is specific to Salt Lake County. If you go into a Parade of Homes house, many of them will have wish rooms, and they'll feature kids who have received their wishes, and the rooms have been designed and decorated in the theme of a wish. So for instance, we have one room who was designed around a wish for a little boy named Kalel. His wish was to meet his grandfather for the first time ever in Brazil. There's another room that's designed around a little girl, and her wish was to have a puppy. And so it's kind of a fun recreation of wishes that have been granted over the past year. And then Parade of Homes, they also give us some financial backing to grant future wishes. For every ticket sold to the Parade of Homes Playhouse, $1 of every ticket sold comes to Make-A-Wish. So that's a fantastic partnership for us. So if there's any Park City residents up here that want to head down to Salt Lake, to the Salt Lake County Parade of Homes, we urge you to do so. It's a beautiful parade, beautiful homes. And then the second campaign, one that we're really excited about, is with Associated Foods.
Yes.
Every Associated Foods store, that's Macy's, Lynn's, Dick's, formerly Albertsons, Fresh Market grocery stores, and Dan's, they are selling Make-A-Wish stars at the cash register. So you go, you grab your food. When you're checking out, the cashier will ask you if you want to purchase a Make-A-Wish star. You can write your name on it and post it up to the store to show that you're helping grant wishes. And right now in Park City, we actually have a few kids that are waiting for their wish to be granted.
Waiting for their wishes to be granted. I think there's something that I wanted to highlight is while you're waiting in line, you know, we get the offer a lot of the time. Do you want to buy a wish? Do you want to? And I think the misconception a lot of the time is, you know, my $1 isn't going to go that far. It's not going to do that much. My $1 isn't going to go, and that's all I can give. But look here, 20 wishes were granted last year specifically from this single campaign, from the Associated Foods campaign. So your $1 will go really far.
Yep, everyone who says yes to that invitation to make a donation, however much it may be, when they're purchasing a star, makes a huge difference.
Absolutely.
So through that Associated Foods campaign, like you mentioned, granted over 20 wishes for Utah kids that have a life-threatening medical condition.
That's amazing. And let's talk a little bit about the wishes that kids ask for. I mean, you guys, what's the scope? You guys don't really limit it, do you? You guys say as big as you can dream, and as much as we can make happen, we'll make it happen.
Yeah, within the confines of reality.
Absolutely.
Even sometimes we're trying to break the bounds of science, though, in order to make a wish come true.
But I think that's beautiful because you guys try your hardest to make any of these wishes come true.
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind of an unsung hero within the Make-A-Wish organization are our volunteers.
Absolutely.
Every child is set up with 2 volunteers. They're called wish granters, and they meet with the child to find out what is it that they want to wish for, and how can we not only meet your expectations, but exceed those expectations. A wish is actually a really important component of the treatment process for kids. Because of that, our most common referral source are medical practitioners. And they're sending a child to us not so that they can receive a last wish or a death wish. They're sending a child to us hoping that the hope that a wish provides will actually impact their emotional and physical health. So when a child comes to us and says, you know, I've always wanted to do A, B, or C, I've always wanted to visit this specific island in Hawaii. I've always wanted to go on a shopping spree in a limousine. I've always wanted to meet my grandpa in Brazil. Something that they thought was impossible. When we say we're going to make that possible, and we put that date in the future, and it gives the child something to look forward to, it can make an incredible impact. And so those that participate in these campaigns at the Parade of Homes with Fresh Market, they're truly giving more than the gift of a wish. They're giving the gift of hope, strength, and joy.
Absolutely. It's because they know that something something that was formerly impossible is now possible. It just gives so much hope to the situation that they're in, and I think it provides so much energy and fight for them as well to continue on. Let's talk about the volunteer aspect of that. You said volunteers are one of the major unsung heroes of the organization. How can people become volunteers? How can we get involved with
Absolutely,
Make-A-Wish?
and you know what? In this area, in Summit County and Wasatch County, we are recruiting more volunteers. So the easiest way is to just go to our website. It's utah.wish.org. There's a tab on the front page. It says Ways to Help, and through that tab, you can actually submit your own volunteer application. Goes directly to our volunteer manager. We give you a call, conduct an interview, a background check, and then we get the ball rolling from there. If you don't remember the URL, you could simply just hop online, Google volunteer for Make-A-Wish Utah. The link would come up.
Up there.
Yeah, and you can.
Excellent. What are some of the things that you would be working on as a volunteer? What, as you said, the Wish granters are part of that as well. But what are some of the day-to-days?
Yeah, we have two different volunteer roles. One is the Wish granter. So the Wish granters, they receive an email every week with a list of children who need a volunteer that are waiting, who want to receive a wish, and they assign themselves to that child, to that family, and they become the Make-A-Wish ambassador to that family.
Wow.
So they meet with them, find out what the child wants to wish for, and then interact with the staff who are planning the wish to make sure that we're planning a wish that's appropriate for the child and exceeding their expectations.
So a very important role, actually.
It really is. That's why I say unsung hero. They're really the lifeblood of our organization.
Absolutely.
That are carrying out our mission. A second role that we have is a community ambassador.
Okay.
And those are folks that go to schools, community organizations, public settings, and represent Make-A-Wish, whether they be speaking on our behalf, answering questions about Make-A-Wish to the general public. So another important role that allows Make-A-Wish to extend its reach and make sure that as many people as possible understand our mission and how the public can get involved in our mission.
Well, we need definitely more people to volunteer because this is something that we need to make sure continues well into the future. This is a great program, and obviously we want this to continue. So definitely go to the Parade of Homes this year.
Yeah.
That'll make that happen, as well as if you visit an Associate Foods market. That's Macy's, Fresh Market, Dan, Lynn's, and Dick's markets statewide at all. Be sure and purchase one of those stars. You're going to be helping out Make-A-Wish. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated.
Appreciate
as always.
you having us.
Absolutely. Park City community, let's make it happen. Let's grant as many wishes as we can for all the kids here in our Utah community. And if you have some time to volunteer, please do that as well. As Daniel said, if you can't find the specific link, just search volunteer for Make-A-Wish Utah and it'll get you there. We'll be right back with much more right here on the Mountain Morning Show. Don't go anywhere.